Edward, who hasn't stretched in years.
if I
His first stretch in 10 years.
I worry. Okay, I'll be honest. I worry about the people who don't stretch like regularly.
I'm supposed to. Okay, so my doctor, because like I fell right. Like I have
Everyone's
a bad hip right
supposed
now.
to. Everyone's.
No,
supposed
I know, but I'm supposed to in particular because like I fell. I have like a bad hip right now and a bad shoulder because I fell on ice and I hit myself like that.
And you broke your neck with McCormick.
And I broke my neck with McCormick, that too. But no, like I went to the doctor and they were like, okay, stay on these fucking super high dose pain meds for like 2 weeks.
Opiates.
Opiates.
That's a scam, Edward. They
They
literally
gave you
give
opiates.
you just medication.
They gave you
Medication.
heroin. You haven't shit in 3 years. It's
Dude, I haven't
crazy.
shit since like 1864. Like since they made heroin illegal, I just haven't been able to go the same way. It just hasn't felt the same. You know, it's a real love lost.
And we lost Edward ever since that day.
Honestly.
No, but like they gave me like a bunch, like I think 600 whatevers of like ibuprofen.
Milligrams or whatever.
Yeah, milligrams or whatever of
Jesus.
ibuprofen. And that's supposed to calm the pain, and it does. But like sometimes, like today, I don't get a chance to eat, so I can't exactly take the pain
I
med.
don't get a chance to eat. Edward, just wake up on time.
Honestly, Ed would be like, I haven't been able to eat since 1952, and it's like they invented eating in 1953. Okay, you'll be fine. Like,
I just don't have time. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to
Uber Eats
do
it
a
or
lot of stuff.
something. The fuck?
Uber Eats just like spends.
Honestly?
Honestly though,
paying $50 for a $5 pollo bowl, like Hector, you're not.
like
that's
okay, I
not
know
it.
this is a little bit toxic about me, but I care more about my money than I do about like going to go get food. Honestly,
Oh, that's not good.
That's a Sigma grind set.
Sigma mindset. Because like,
Why eat when you can just grind and make money?
Exactly.
Fools.
Like it's because it's always like those like small decisions in between, right? It's not like overarching. Like in the long term, like for my life, I'm like, yeah, of course, I'd rather pay money to get food and eat. But then like in the moment, I'm like, I'm not really hungry right now. I could go get food and pay a bunch of money to go get it. But then I am busy with work. Or I'm busy with this other thing.
And you know what? The Black Lotus just went on sale in Magic, so I think I'm gonna get that instead of eating for the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
The vitamins. And
I thought of a new Magic the Gathering deck idea. You know, I could definitely buy all those cards right now.
Exactly.
I'm
Edward spending $200 on Magic cards. Yeah. Spending $20 on food.
I'm starting to think that way. Well, I'm starting to think of just selling my shoes, like all of them.
Yeah, you should, Hector.
Yeah, you should.
Yes. What are you doing?
Because I'm like,
You're
that's
hoarding stuff.
I'm like, this is pretty annoying. Because my closet's always full of
Yeah.
shoes.
I have a new dream now. I will know that I have made it once I achieve this dream.
What is
I
it?
saw a meme where this
A
one
walk-in closet.
yes of Magic
That's
cards.
that's a crawling closet, Edward. That
Have
doesn't
someone to
count.
carry your cards for you.
Kaiba style.
There you go, like
Exactly. Bring
no,
me my deck.
no, but really, like I want to build
That'd be
99
dope, though.
decks.
it's like,
Oh no, 999 decks,
Mm-hmm.
so that whenever I have like a group of friends come over and want to play Magic, and someone forgets their cards, bah.
The rack falls down. You're like-
I'll let you borrow one.
Yeah.
Don't-
You can use one,
They're already.
And then you're like,
optimized.
fingerprint, eye scan.
or like you get like 2 dice, 200D dice, and you roll that to see which deck you
Oh,
want to
that's true.
play.
Okay, so
Yeah.
143. All right, which one is that? Computer, bring that one down. Ah,
vending
yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you're
A vending
making fun
machine.
of this, but like I have an Excel spreadsheet that
This
has
is real.
this is real now.
I've been working on it since forever.
Exactly.
I have like an Excel spreadsheet that's listing all of the cards that I have, like even all like the basic ones and everything. I'm like up to like 2,000 cards right now. I still need to finish inputting that pile right there, and then the rest of this box too.
Jesus.
It's
Christ.
it's taking me like it's taking me like 5.
drops it.
Yeah,
cards.
and that's just what's left. I have like that entire thing filled with like Magic cards. Because like I'm getting tired of like every time that I make a new deck or like I'm thinking of building a new one, I go through like the bulk that I have to see if there's a card I need there or something like that. So I'm just like, oh, if I see a card that I might have, I just type it into like the Excel thing, Control F really quick and get a list of everything that I have.
Edward, this is an intervention. We're here
Yeah,
to
we're here to
commit
help.
you. We're here to help,
I
okay?
put the therapy bed right behind me.
No judgment, though, just white padded cell. No judgment, Edward, but you're dumb. It's like, no judgment, but I'm judging.
No
you.
judgment.
The electrocution.
but judgment.
Honestly, speaking about judgment, Moon Knight episode 3, we just saw it. Broke Till Friday podcast at gmail.com. Broke Till Friday
Send us
podcast
Moon Knight
on Instagram. Send us whatever you want. Our inbox is empty.
except your seed. We don't want your seed.
Send us your seed. Send Hector your seed.
Send Hector-
Hector's
Hector
address
wants
is
your seed.
P.O. Box.
I'm not into gardening.
So And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure to rate the show. When you rate the show, people can listen to it and get it recommended to them if they listen to the same stuff as you.
Hector,
Yes.
have you rated the show yet?
No.
Hector, you will be executed
God
next
damn-
week.
You're not allowed to be here.
You will be exiled, not executed, exiled.
Turn to stone.
Exactly. So
You must commit.
I must commit. Just remind me. I always forget.
break his windpipe. Okay, so episode 3, spoilers obviously, of Moon Knigget. And yeah, so what do we think, everybody? What do we think, old chaps?
What's a
Pretty good.
night? I think it proves my previous frustration.
What is your
What
previous
is your
frustration?
frustration, Edward? I forgot all
Breathe in.
that.
Breathe in it. Wait,
That,
wait, scoot forward a little bit, tiny little bit.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Shoes.
I'm sorry. They're not dirty anyways.
Yeah, any shoes you care about are in your closet. Hector, you're
Exactly.
fine.
True.
And then
That Harrow should have judged
to his-
the dude first before killing him. Because in this show they acted like that was never on the table anymore, especially with like the rich dude. Like the
True, he didn't judge him at all.
Yeah, he didn't. Not only did he not judge him, but he didn't kill him. He instead negotiated with him, which is exactly what I said. Like it's in line with the character.
Actually, wait, he was being nefarious there because remember, he was like, "I will show you a taste of her power," and then he destroys the only way they can get to the thing. Because that was the point of that
Yeah.
scene. To be fair, he wasn't just like trying to bargain with him. He wasn't going to try to judge him. He was going to be like, "I'm going to show you power." Under the pretense of showing power, he destroyed the evidence they needed to get to where they were trying to go, which is the tomb, which he has a little scarab to.
Yeah, he could have also just like killed them all.
No. But he's
he's
being
the-
nefarious. He's trying to be as finicky as possible.
Yeah.
So then,
But now with the options on the table to just kill them, what's stopping him from just killing them?
You're right, because then Moon Knight kills him anyway.
Yeah, there's
Moon
nothing
Knight-
stopping
yeah,
him from
Moon Knight
killing
kills
them. And
I'm
like,
on Team Edward now, Hector.
yeah, there's nothing stopping.
Yeah,
like
when
now that
you-
he's broken
but
his
now-
values,
now
there's
you're-
nothing stopping
Now you're
him
proving
from
this
that.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. Because-
Oh well.
Yeah, like
But
so-
I'm like he doesn't know the location, right? The exact location.
Harrow does.
Harrow
he has
does.
the
He has
scarab.
the compass.
That's
Yeah,
why they're
he has
digging
like
for
the
him.
the Egyptian GPS
Exactly.
for it.
I was gonna say.
Hold on, I brought notes because I rewatched the whole series just for this.
Fucking-
Like it got stuck
Okay.
in my head so
Okay,
much.
Good. This is good. This is good. So we've got actual discussion notes instead of
Actual
us just
discussion.
yelling about
Okay,
pizzas.
okay.
He sees Harold's like once. Why don't you just follow the fucker? He always keeps finding you.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
What's
Like
your-
okay, so the thing that I was complaining about that they should have kept his character consistent.
Yes.
They already did a similar thing twice with what I'm talking about. It's like you know how you said before that like they could have had him have that like kick the puppy moment later
Yeah.
on. And that way, just for now, it remains a mystery, so it remains intriguing, like the character.
Yeah.
They already did that twice, actually. Both times with Mark and Steven. The first time was with Steven's mental issues when they first came up. We didn't know if it was real or actual mental issues until it mattered to the story. Until there was a moment in time where you had enough time to like think about it, and then they did that again. Right now, they're still technically currently doing it with we don't know who came first, if it was Mark or Steven that came first, and
Or the third person.
or if anything else. We don't know anything
Yeah.
about that.
Confirm.
And they're not touching on it. They're implying that Steven came first with the marriage and with other things, but they're not like giving you any like actual like hints towards something.
Yeah, because they are gonna keep it ambiguous for now.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying is that at the end of season 2, it lowers the quality of Harold's character because they didn't keep it ambiguous, because they didn't keep him in line with his values. They're kind of bringing down the quality of his character. They've already spoiled it, without it having playing into the plot. So it kind of from here on it kind of like lowers the quality of the character and it makes it harder to justify certain things. Like right now with the whole compound, if he is willing to just kill people for no reason, like just because they're in the way instead of judging them first, there's no reason why he can't just kill all those people at the compound right now. He has a cult and he could just send in a jackal too. There's no
That's
reason
true.
for that. Like the reason why he didn't kill the people at the museum when looking for what's his face, the reason why he waited after is because he wants to judge the people before they before killing them. He doesn't want to just randomly kill people. That's what makes him a different character. But he's already ruined that value. Like he murdered the homeless person without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I
It's
guess
a minor
yeah.
flaw. It's a very minor like nitpick, honestly.
But I guess
It just sucks that it was noticeable.
I think it's because of the direction they're doing the show, as in they don't want two morally ambiguous characters. That's why, because you already have him being morally ambiguous, being like, you killed people execution style. He's like, you don't understand. No explanation, right? Okay, that's a little more ambiguous. We don't know. Who knows what could have happened? It's all speculation. And then you have him being another morally ambiguous character being like, I was abused by Khonshu, blah, blah, blah. But now they're like, yeah, he's evil. Like, straight up.
Yeah,
Just
straight up.
focus on him being evil, focus on him being good, but conflicted. So whose side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on Steven's side? Mark's side? I feel like that's what they were doing with the show.
And the more I think
get
about
what you
it,
mean.
the more I think about it, well, not right now. This is what I was thinking about while I was talking with Nushi during while we were rewatching it. I feel like that particular moment was like a studio decision, not a creator decision.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the director. I think the director intended for him to like judge him or just for like that homeless person not to be there. But the studio was
Probably
like,
interfered.
Hey,
Why are you having
we need
two
this
people?
person.
Yeah.
We need this person to like people know he's evil. He can't like stick to
The
his own
average
values.
person is gonna forget and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you need to show them he's bad. Show him he's bad now.
Kids are watching this show.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean that too. Yeah.
Although to be fair, I don't know how many kids should be watching a show where like.
It's fine. They say shit a couple of times.
Well, no, I'm talking more about like the brutal murder.
No, I know.
The blood in his hand.
The kids these days on their Nintendos playing Call of Duty. It's fine.
It's fine. You know,
Nintendos.
the airport scene.
Exactly. Like they get stabbed. They see worse stuff in school. Okay, they get shot in school. This is just stabbings. Okay, they're fine.
Yeah, but and then the thing that Nushi specifically didn't like about the show, she didn't like the British accent. That was her one complaint.
No one likes
Why?
British accent.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. I saw on Reddit some people were saying, "What does it sound like?" And people were like, "It kind of sounds like he's putting on a British accent, but the mannerisms are like okay." They were saying like the in it and like the bruv and like stuff like that. They're like, yeah, it would make sense, but it still doesn't sound like a average British. It's like a British person playing, or like it sounds like it is an American playing a British person.
I mean, just compare it to a lot of the accents from like Doctor Who. A lot of them are like from like actual people in Britain.
Oh, they said he sounded like who was it? Some other actor. I'm not remembering at the moment. But he said he chose to sound like another actor when he was doing the accent. That's why. And then people are like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
So it's like someone doing a someone of a someone.
Yeah, he's doing the impression of someone doing an accent. Let's see.
Those are all the notes I had. I that was like on my head the whole week. Like I was like, I got to rewatch this.
No, but it's fine. Now since we watched the third episode, you've proven your point.
I even had like a thing in here about like how Morbius did it, but even worse, they did that same error because in Morbius they how do you call it?
Morbius was just terrible.
Yeah, Morbius is a terrible movie, but one of its many and like I feel like main flaws is the fact that like in Morbius, they had Morbius keeping track of like when he should take the artificial blood, right?
Hey, you
Because,
saw
like, he
it,
would die.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so I was supposed to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But I missed going to go see it. Like we got busy with something else, and then how do you call it?
Pirate Bay?
It popped up online or something.
Yeah, I just watched it on Pirate Bay. Like I came back home and I turned it. I just saw it.
I mean, but it was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad.
Like I gave it a 3. I think it was 3 out of 10. I said something like that. 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I was being generous just because I liked the other guy's performance. I like Matt Smith's performance, but it was still really dumb how he just did a complete like 180 because he's like, now I'm evil and I'm gonna start killing people, and it's like, well, why? All you wanted was your legs back, you know?
Yeah.
But I get like the whole feeling of power, but they never really explain like, wow, it extenuates the feelings of aggression and stuff. But they never said that. Like if they had thrown maybe that throwaway line, it maybe.
I wonder if the intro is because like Dracula exists in the Marvel universe. We don't know about the MCU yet, but Dracula does exist in Marvel. Like legitimate Dracula. So I have to wonder if they want this. I don't know who in the production process wanted to throw in like the intro scene just to eventually reference like Dracula, because I mean, they do seem like they're creating like a dark universe.
How bad was it? How bad was that intro where they're like flash forward, flashback within a flashback, and then like the back and the forth, and then he's doing the hand thing, and then he's back, and it's like, what is the point of all this? It was the pacing.
There was no reason.
Yeah,
there was no reason.
And then the ending with the end credit scene, I told you makes no sense, right?
None of it makes any sense, to be honest. Say,
my name is. Oh wait, my name is. No.
From now on,
Adrian Toombs.
From now on, don't watch any superhero movies with Jared Leto. That's a rule of thumb. That's a rule of thumb.
That is true. 0 for 2 right now.
0
on
for 2.
Superhero. Well, 0 out of 3, I think, because I think he was also in like Birds of Prey, but that was one also.
Birds of Prey? Oh yeah,
so,
he was.
I didn't watch it.
Good. Birds of Prey was.
I
good.
didn't watch it.
But that's because they're mostly focused on like Harley Quinn and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Harley Quinn, I feel is like I guess because Joker's so overplayed, but Harley Quinn's like the better character right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the actor, she plays her part well.
Oh yeah,
She
Margot
is-
Robbie. Yeah,
she
yeah,
is Harley.
she does play it really well.
The
Really
Suicide Squad coming in.
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide
The
Squad.
Suicide Squad.
2 coming in to rescue the day. Oh, DC has hope. And then it's like they throw in Batman. That Batman movie was pretty okay too. It was good. It's not
That's
bad.
I wonder how I wonder what they're gonna do with the DCEU.
It's a mess because there's gonna be 3 different Batman this year. There's the Batman, and then there's Batman in the Flash, and then there's Ben Affleck Batman, and then there's a Batgirl Batman. So there's actually 4. There's gonna be 4 Batman this year, right? I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, I do not know.
I
But
think at this point they're just like putting out movies. Like they're not trying to
they're
make
just
an interconnected movie.
No,
just
they're just like
movie.
fuck it, Flash. You guys know who the Flash is? Fuck it, there he is.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, you guys know Batman. This is Batman, okay? But he's young. He's Batman, okay? Fuck
Batman.
you. He's Batman in the beginning. We're not gonna call it Batman Begins though. We already did that, okay? And they just keep throwing people
Batman
out.
somewhere in time. Some place in time.
Exactly. This is Batman. In
This is
what
Batman
year?
as the Flash.
Exactly. Yeah. See, we're gonna see the old Batman or whatever. So yeah. We'll,
You know
we'll
what
see
would
how
be
it
a
is.
really cool thing that they could eventually do with this though? Like years down the line, 10 years down the line, they could turn all these different Batmans, since they have like 5 now, into like the Dark Metal event with the Batman Who Laughs.
It's gonna
they
be
could-
their version of the Spider-Man.
yeah. In 10 years, they could like do some shit like that, where it's like, these are all the failed versions of Batman, because it's like all their failed movies and
Yeah.
stuff. And then like, now this is like, the other Batman is like that. And they just have like, say, Robert Pattinson's Batman or something, like become like the Joker Batman.
Yeah, I like Batfleck though.
The Batfleck could be I think it's the. No. I forgot. There was one Batman who got like powers and he got like super buff, and since like the
Bat who
Batfleck is
juices.
already like that.
The Bat who juices.
The Bat who juices.
Moon Knight. Sorry, we were talking about Moon Knight.
Yes.
We got distracted. Moon Knight.
That's it.
No. Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Irony. Let me tell you about irony.
Go off. I already went off. You go off.
Yes. Let me tell you a little something called irony. So we see that Arthur Harrow's character is saying, I'm going for a mitt. She knows when people are going to do wrong, so we're going to kill him. And we see Moon Knight, Khonshu going, but you can't kill someone who hasn't done anything wrong. And then Arthur being like, fucking Oscar Isaac going, oh, but you're going to kill a kid? I draw the line at kid killing. He hasn't done anything. Maybe because he shoplifted some Oreos. You're going to murder him. Like, what is this about, right? So we already kind of know, right, who's correct. Khonshu is correct, right?
Mhm.
You don't want to kill anyone, so you don't set before they do anything wrong, because then you can use that as a tool to like, oh, well, he said he was going to do something, or I knew he was going to do something.
Yeah,
Like, prove
thought
it to me.
crimes.
It's like, it doesn't matter. I don't have to prove it to you. Like, exactly.
Thought crimes.
Thought crimes, right?
Nazi shit.
And then they take him to the incompetent judge and jury there, or the incompetent trial, I'm going to say, which was the dumbest shit ever, because so many, I don't want to say plot holes, because of course there's explanations for it, right? So they go in, they take him into the courtroom and they go, summon the accused, let him defend himself. And it's like, okay, let's see what he says. And he's like, I'm not doing anything. Psh, he's like gaslighting 101 over here. And he's like, no, he's a liar. He's like, psh, I ain't no liar. You abuse me. You're the liar. And instead of the gods going, or instead of him going, oh man, I need help. And they're like, that's it? Okay, he's mentally ill. I guess we're not going to listen to him anymore, right? Instead of him going like, I need help. But that doesn't stop the fact that he has people outside. He has a scarab with him. Look at the portal he just came in through. And they just peek out the portal and they're like, you are digging. All right, lock him up. And they would listen if they would listen. But it makes sense for those characters to not listen, because he said, you're in the decadence of the void realm or whatever, right? And they're all lazy, they don't really care, they're like, humanity forgot about us. And on the second rewatch I got that. I didn't pick that up the first time, but it's like, oh, you failed humanity. It's like, no, humanity failed us. So they're kind of like butthurt that they're not being worshipped anymore. It's like, fuck it, we'll just leave the affairs of men to their own, right? But when you leave the affairs of men to their own because you're so powerful that you just don't care, then it opens up to these little holes where people come and like, oh, I want to be evil now. I want to be evil now. It's just men doing their thing. But if a mitt gets unleashed, all hell's going to break loose, right? Now, here's where the irony comes in. He goes, you have to stop him. And he goes, he hasn't done anything wrong. Which is true. I mean, to an extent, because obviously he was like, he killed the lady. And it's like, I don't care. That's affairs of men, right? But it's true, because if they were like Amit, they would look into his mind and see that he was going to unleash Amit and then take him out. But because of irony, they're like, he hasn't done anything wrong yet, which is what Khonshu's all about. And he gets fucked by his own sense of justice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it also makes narrative sense that the courts themselves are ineffective because that's how you kind of prove who's wrong, and that's like the flaw in Khonshu's argument that they're trying to set up. They're like trying to set up. You see, when courts are ineffective, it doesn't matter if someone's guilty or not. You know, your justice doesn't make any sense. That's why you have to kill them before they do something wrong. This is what I mean by they were trying to set up the whole ideological battle, but they ruined it in episode 2.
They did. But I was like, when I saw it, I was like, fucking irony when he said he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. But of course, Khonshu can't say, but he hasn't done anything yet, but I know he's going to do something wrong. Well, then that just makes you as bad as Amit or whatever. But logically, if you think of it like the non-plot hole way, you would go, just look outside. Look at the portal he just came in. You're all powerful gods, right? Look outside. What? All his followers are digging up stuff. They all have matching tattoos for Amit, standing for Amit. Hello? Am I taking crazy pills? And they're like, yes, you are. Actually, no, you're not, which is why you're crazy. So, yeah.
He was like, it doesn't matter how I feel. He's actually doing something like
exactly. Yeah. I know.
Like, I thought he was like, okay, he got the point to them.
No, but
like,
he didn't, because it's like, there's no like solid proof, because they're not going to venture outside of the room to go, where's your proof? You know, it's like, well, the proof is right here around the corner. I don't need to go around the corner. I'm a god. And they're like, oh man, just fucking look. Like, it just bothers me that it's like, if you're such powerful gods, look into his brain and see what he's already done. Even before he's like, oh, what's he gonna do? Look into his brain and go, he has the scarab. He's looking. He has people digging in the forest. He has people digging in the desert. That should be enough.
Or just like, I don't know. Is it like they don't even have to punish Harrow? Can't he just like take the compass away so that they can't actually locate it?
But they already know where it is, because remember, it's like pointing downward, so they're like, it's in this general vicinity. So at that point, it's too late.
At that point, it's too late. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if they take it away, his crew is still there. That's why only he came along. He's like, hello, people. I was abused. Yes, it's me. And it's like,
I was about to go to the restroom, but I guess I'm getting sick.
Exactly. It's like, I tried to walk into a porta potty, and look at me now. You guys got a shitter in here? And they're like,
nope. There's only your urn.
Exactly.
Always the Joker. I like that guy.
I like that guy. And Conchu's like, don't listen to him. And he's like, you can't even talk straight. All right, smooth talker some more. Yeah, this episode is basically just gaslighting.
Yeah,
literally
gaslighting.
Literally. But irony. That was my
irony. Yeah,
that was the haha moment that I had. Irony, fucking irony.
I agree.
I concur.
All right, well, I guess we'll.
That was broke till Friday.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oops, I didn't even keep
that was like the main thing that I was like thinking about the whole fucking week. That's been on my mind.
Watch Sonic 2.
I gotta watch Sonic 2.
Watch Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 is good.
You don't have to watch Sonic 1.
Speaking about stupid shit that's serious,
Sonic 2?
Y'all see the John Oliver segment last time?
Which
last
one?
week?
The Power Grid one?
No, the newest one.
No.
The latest one. Sundays.
What is it?
So, we're a little bit late on this, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's almost the time for the next episode.
On John Oliver.
On all John Oliver. Is blackmailing Congress.
Oh, I did see that. That was amazing.
Blackmailing Congress. That's king shit right there, honestly.
And the best part is, he's blackmailing them with their own data.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I have all of your internet and data history right here.
With the Ted Cruz porn.
Ted Cruz stepmom porn on Twitter. Did you see that? I saw Hector's eyebrows fly off his face right now because he has no idea.
What the fuck?
Ted Cruz liked stepmom porn on Twitter on his account
years ago. But so John
Oliver
Oliver ran an ad about like Ted Cruz porn in like the DC area, and a bunch of congressmen clicked on it, and now John Oliver knows who those congressmen are, and like he like a whole bunch of other like ad stuff that he could just divulge for free because there's no laws against it. Because he didn't technically buy their data directly. He
obtained it himself.
No, he got it like the way like Target gets customers' data too. like he like they
Just
kind of
farming it.
scraped, farming a whole bunch of generic data, and then using that data to comparing it against itself to see where people clicked and like figuring out exactly who
Trends,
it is,
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Figuring out the people by the trends of the generic data that he got, and there's no laws against identifying people or anything like that, and it is kind of creepy because anyone who purchases enough generic data around like the area where you live, like let's say Latinos, that are 25 and under, and then just all the data of like the ads and websites that you clicked in this area.
That's why you get ads on Instagram where you're like, you tell a Jewish joke, and then 30 minutes later you get an ad for yarmulkes.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That actually happened to me. That actually happened to me, by the way. What actually happened? Scary shit.
Yeah.
It is scary shit. Same thing with like
because there's basically no privacy. It's like
with Facebook.
That's all of that.
I purchased when we were young. I just talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I never even posted it.
Nothing.
on Facebook, and
you got ads, huh?
I got ads for Vegas for different kinds of conventions,
Yeah.
conventions, car conventions.
Yeah.
Come into Vegas. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck do you guys know I'm going?
Oh
to
my
Vegas?
God.
You can't
Vegas
keep typing
piece of
hentai
shit.
into the Facebook search bar, Hector.
But that's
God.
the only
Why don't
that's
we
the
get
best
that?
way to find
It's
something.
the only reason I get fucking go on Instagram.
The only reason.
Why else?
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically what he did. I saw that.
Yeah,
He's blackmailing them, saying, "I will release this data unless you make laws against people like with the data and stuff." But then it kind of sucks too because then they can just go, "You can use anyone's data except for Congress's data, haha, because we're special,"
That's true,
which is
that's true.
probably what's gonna happen.
Although to be fair, that would piss too many people off. Like if Congress actually did that.
No, because there's so many people who go, "I got nothing to hide. They can look through my search stuff. I do all my step sibling fucking in person." Like. Those people aren't gonna give a shit.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
And that is the voting.
No, but I feel like most of the people would have an issue with it.
It's-
Like, just imagine like a like the most redneck Republican. Like he's all about government and not looking into
That's
my
true.
house.
That's also true. You can frame it that way. You want the government coming into your house and looking at what kind of porn you want? No. Say no to this law, blah, blah, blah. Or like,
Yeah, exactly.
say
Like,
yes to this privacy
I
law.
feel even just like by stereotype.
Get
like,
government out of our houses.
most people just don't want governments looking through their search history. Like, so like, yeah. Because like in that same segment, John Oliver like kind of like showed how like even how do you call it, even like senators and stuff that are running like harvest all that data to like know which towns they should go to and like all this other stuff that's kind of I feel should be illegal to an extent
because they're not doing it genuinely. That's the other thing. They're just gonna pander. They're gonna go, "You guys, you don't like this, so I will also hate this." And he's voted. And he's like, "You know what? I don't hate this as much as you guys hate this, so we'll just shelve that for a little while." And it's like, well, now what? Like he's like you can just go, "I hate minorities," and I'll do some other tax stuff. "Oh, you hate minorities? That's what I want." And it's like, it sucks because
okay. So for a second,
single issue Republicans
I was wondering what that red light was, and I just realized it's a reflection of the
of the camera. I hope the red
the
light.
sniper
Blows
Oh my
his
God.
phone apart.
No, I just got it.
Honestly, Edward, you owe me $7,000. Yeah. But that's why internet data privacy is such a big thing.
Once the phone costs more than a car.
Dude, there is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra with gold on it for like $6,500. There's
That's pretty
luxury phones. Luxury phones. You can buy a crap car for like $2,000, dude.
You could buy a house with that. No,
I mean,
you can bid on a house. Well,
in
technically
Detroit,
you can.
buy a house in Detroit for that
You
much.
can buy a house here probably.
You can't buy a house in $6,500.
Auction. No.
No. I'm saying in Detroit. In Detroit, you could straight up buy a house for like $6,000.
Buy a house, yeah.
They were selling houses for $5,000 in Detroit, but they're just like broken down places.
Burned
it's-
out, yeah.
It's basically just the plot of land in a shitty part of town. And
Honestly,
they're like,
hey.
we can't even sell it. $5,000. There you go.
I just wonder why there's so much. How is it still alive?
Well, so Detroit broke down because all of the car manufacturers left town, moved jobs overseas because it was cheaper than doing business in the U.S.
Was it outsourcing? Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, Detroit was like it's a motor places where like GNC was, fucking Ford, Chrysler, all the big companies. They all had labor intensive factory union jobs there, like well-paying jobs, and that's why it was like hustling and bustling so much before. But then you get Reaganomics, trickle down stuff where they're like, we'll give you tax breaks and incentives and things like that. And then if you do part of your business on the outside, you can hide some of your taxes over there, and then it's a whole racket. So then it's not the people's fault. It's not the government. Well, I mean, sorry, it is the government's fault.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
it's mainly on the corporations for going, you know what? It's going to cost us 30 cents less a door. And you know what? Fuck them. We'll ship them off to like Indonesia or wherever where little kids can get their fingers crushed.
It's also just capitalism.
I want to make $500 million next year, and I want to do that if I
If I pay these people a living wage, I'm only going to make $250 million instead of $500 million. I've already got $30 billion in the bank, but who cares? I need more. Like, there's no reason why anyone should have over $1 billion. Like, honestly, there's literally no reason.
There's also no ethical way to really get $1 billion. Like, there's just no way. There's no ethical way to get $1 billion.
Bill Gates crushed most of his competition by including Internet Explorer.
Okay, Loki.
Destroyed.
This is a pet peeve I've had. The Bill Gates Charity Foundation has rehabilitated Bill Gates' image so fucking much. Like, if you look back at like old interviews and like at old stuff and like talk to some of his older employees, they have nothing but shit to say about him. Like, he's like one of the most hated people in America.
Yep.
And his charity doesn't even do a lot of charity. Like 70% of its money is invested in the same like stocks and bonds that they say they run the charity to it's like stuff like a lot of the stocks that the charity owns is in like oil, like just oil. And one of their main things is like, oh yeah, we're trying to stop
clean
climate
energy
change.
and stuff.
Clean
like
energy,
that,
yeah. It's such bullshit. Like the old grandpa shit with like Bill Gates has now. It's
Bill Gates is just your kind grandpa. He wants you to upgrade to Windows 11.
Yeah. It's so fucking like disgusting.
Remember when he jumped over a chair? That's all he did when he was young. He definitely did not violate antitrust practices, and he definitely did not get fined for violating antitrust practices, and he definitely did not bundle in Internet Explorer with Windows just to crush the competition of fucking the other
Firefox.
No, not Firefox. What was the other one? Netscape. Yeah, Netscape. Some other older ones because it's like, fuck it, it's already bundled in. Why do you need to go and buy another one? Huh? And including in Word and whatnot, and it's like you only get it if you get these kinds of things. And yeah, he destroyed the competition. So now there's two. You either got Windows or you got Mac. Yeah, there's Chromebooks now and like Linux if you're mentally ill, but other than that, like that's about it.
Even Linux isn't really a competition, to be honest.
It's not. Nobody uses Linux.
Nobody uses Linux.
There could only be two.
Exactly.
And Chromebooks aren't even like really computers. They're just like fancy web browsers.
Literally, dude, every time someone's like, yeah, I'm going to be a student. I need something with a lot of power and stuff. And I was looking for a Chromebook and I'm like,
you don't Chromebook.
No, wait, it has 64 gigs of memory. What are you doing? Like, it's expecting you to just upload everything Google Docs and then pay a monthly subscription fee. This is another thing that's pissing me off. We're moving away from owning stuff and we're moving now to having everything service based. There's been so many times with car manufacturers as well where they'll go, here are the basic features, and if you want to use advanced features you have to pay a monthly subscription for them. It's like, I just spent $30,000 on your car and I can't even unlock like fucking turbo motor, whatever bullshit that's locked behind the thing. You can't service your own cars, you can't service your own Apple computers, you can't service your own phones nowadays. There's no removable batteries, there's a right to repair. There's so many things that are going wrong in the world now where it's like, eventually you're not going to own shit anymore. Eventually it's going to be everything, it's going to be Rent-A-Center all around the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like,
Pay to live.
Yeah, pay to live. It's like, hey, do you want to own a couch? Well, how about instead of owning a couch, you rent this couch for like $3.99 a month. It's fancy. You can flip out to any other couch anytime you want. And you're like, wow, that sounds like a deal. But you never actually own anything.
Yeah,
you don't know the terms of the deal.
If it rips or something, like it's
there was this scary quote, frighteningly disturbing quote, where some guy, it was like in 2016 or something, he says, we're moving towards a service-based economy. You will own nothing and you will be happy. It's like, imagine thinking you will own nothing, you'll be happy. It's like, obviously there's something else. It's not like, oh, objects bring me happiness, but it's the thought of, hey, I worked hard, I got this myself, it is mine. Rather than, I'm always on the back burner because I got to be renting the stove, and then I got to be renting this, and I got to be renting that. Like, that's why people want to own homes as well. Nobody wants to rent forever.
No.
All these bullshit Bloomberg articles or fucking Amazon Bezos bought Washington Post articles where they're
why
like,
are millennials trying to rent now more than own?
or it's like, oh,
or some bullshit.
it's
That
actually better
fucking
for you to
damn
rent
piece
all
of
the
shit.
time. If you rent, you don't have to pay property taxes. If you rent, you don't have to deal with stuff. Let your landlord deal with stuff. It's like, how about I own my own fucking house? I do what I want with it. None of this. If you have more than 2 cats, there's a $30 fee on top of that. You must have them all declawed and neutered, and you got to pay for that and prove that they're declawed, which is like a horrible practice. Like it's basically like when they cut off dog tails and stuff.
It's
You
literally
must
like
have pet insurance.
Yeah, like all this dumb shit where it's like, how about you let me live my life in here?
Fuck off.
Yeah, like I want to have my own. I don't care. It's my house.
The only concern is when if I ever imply, like, no. The only concern should be if you're gonna do harm to someone else.
Well, obviously.
Or get in the way of their life.
This is why we need
That should be
socialism.
That should be the only problem. But I think-
Socialized capitalism.
Exactly.
It's socialism for the big businesses getting their tax subsidies, and capitalism for poor people. Speaking about tax season, it's April 14th right now.
Again right now.
Exactly. It's April 18th is the tax deadline. They found out that the IRS finds more discrepancies in poor people's taxes and police them more than rich people, because the rich person is going to have money to defend themselves.
Yeah,
rich people
I was gonna say the reason is because the rich people have been leading a whole like Congress triad against or a public like thing like what's it called? Like when the perception of the IRS, they've been consistently trying to make it worse and worse and worse so that people support it less, so that they have less money. But what happens when the IRS has less money is that they can't go after like richer businesses. Or
they don't
richer
have
people.
the resources to go after rich people.
So they have to go after the little guy first, which then like exacerbates the problem because now the little guy hates the IRS even more because they're coming after them more.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah. But again, if the IRS just had more funds, if you funded it correctly, they'd be able to go after like Jeff Bezos. Well, probably not Jeff Bezos because probably infinite amount of money, but other rich people, other millionaires.
Did I tell you I'm like 99.9999% sure Bezos has killed someone, like himself with his own bare hands?
Oh yeah,
or
definitely.
with a weapon. I mean,
100%.
I'm like 100% sure he's killed someone. 100%.
Like if
I was a betting man,
if I was a betting man, I'd have
put it all on black.
Put it all on black. That he's personally strangled someone to death, looking into their eyes, like
seeing the life fall out of that hooker.
Yeah, exactly. I bet he's done it to someone.
Yeah. If you guys find proof, email it to brookefridaypodcast@gmail.com. If you guys see him do it,
for legal purposes, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, it's a joke. Yes, obviously. But I'm still serious about. I'm pretty sure he's killed someone.
How's that? Okay, let's put ourselves in a scenario. It's a scenario.
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 You find evidence. Hardcore evidence.
What if I find hard evidence incriminating Bezos? What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Because you're going to get fucking killed, man.
Yeah, you're dead. You're going to fucking die.
Obviously.
I would just, I don't know. Like,
I would try to
upload it. Yeah,
upload it on the web.
Upload it to Amazon Web Services.
But that's what
got me.
I was scared because I'm like, what if wherever the platform I used to upload it on
is owned by him?
Not only that, just helping him out. Not even, it doesn't have to be owned by him. It just has to be, they know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Like Mark
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg is already in partnership with him, personally.
Yeah, because he's like billionaires sucking billionaires off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, there's a lot of fucking this is bad shit. We're just gonna take it out immediately.
Honestly, because Amazon Web Services, it hosts like a third of the internet, dude.
Yeah.
That's why if Amazon Web Services goes down, like Reddit goes down, Instagram, like a bunch of bullshit goes down.
Yeah, everything goes down.
I'm trying to tell people he's a fucking bad person.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, this guy was crazy. Look at the fake video he made.
Yeah, like it could be doctored, and he would have a whole army of people saying, "This is doctored." Blah blah.
Find him, and then
and then a few weeks later, you disappear, and then it's gone for the news cycle.
Yeah. No, I think the only way
I think it's possible. But that's all scares me. I'm like, I just need
you know what you gotta do? You gotta give it to like his ex-wife.
That's true. She would protect you.
Yeah, you gotta give it to like his ex-wife.
Is that really good? Why is it?
Because she has half of his previous assets.
Yeah.
So she is the richest woman on earth.
And she also has a vested interest in like
ruining him.
In like ruining him.
Because she
hates him.
She hates him. She hates him.
Divorce. Yeah, she actually took half of his shit.
Yeah,
he took half.
She was due to half of it, and not because it's like, oh, he was rich, then she came over. No, she supported him when he was first starting just the Amazon bookstore online garbage with a loan from his parents. Like,
it was legit with a $300,000 loan for your parents. Like, you have to understand. Like, there's loan. Like,
you've killed us. That was my IV.
No. I could ask my dad for like maybe a $10,000 loan.
Yeah.
If if really necessary.
Small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's like, hey, pops, can I get $300K for this business that's probably not going to be successful?
Or fuck it, it's a gamble, and they're like, you know what, I have $300,000 to throw away.
Yeah. Like
Of
what?
course, you can do whatever the
No.
fuck you want. Like,
every rich person, why don't you just ask your
Can't hear
parents for money?
I know.
Every rich person be like, why don't you just ask your parents for money?
God
It's like
damn.
because I'm the one supporting them now, and it's like, yeah, it's tough.
Why is
But
everyone going full circle? Why is everyone doesn't want to work? Why is everyone doesn't want, like, no?
how about this? Would you like to flip burgers for $30 an hour?
Yeah.
Yes. Then it turns out it's not the work you have a problem with; it's the wages you have a problem with.
Exactly. But yeah, basically, go to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Or go to or like, well,
I wish there was like just send it to everyone button.
No. Okay, not just that, but it's like you can't go to like Musk or something because then
You can't go to his
Musk
buddies.
is also an egomaniac. Like we've already seen he's trying to buy Twitter just so he can censor people on Twitter because he's a majority shareholder or whatever.
Yeah.
At 19%. But yeah, going to his ex-wife would probably be the best because she would have the resources to protect you. She would have a self-interest in like, yes, it's time to ruin him. Like, we have proof here that he murdered a person or whatever horrible thing he's done, right?
Yeah.
But
Genocide.
yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, because if it's a genocide in another country, no one like. They're not
You
gonna-
kill one person, it's a tragedy. You kill 1 million people, it's a statistic.
Yeah.
Joseph Stalin said that. Shout out to my man Stalin.
Oh,
I mean, my main man Stali B. So, yeah,
Oh my god.
I understand what you mean. Even in the hypothetical, you start sweating. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking find me. And then you look at your Amazon,
my
suggestions.
Phone is locked.
Your Amazon suggestions is like suggesting like a noose or something. You're like, oh shit, like rope. Here's 10
Yeah.
inches of rope. Here's a toaster and a bathtub, and you're like,
Once you have we saw it with Epstein. Like once you have a
That-
sufficient
yes.
amount of money, like
You can do anything.
You could do literally whatever. Like they play by like substantially different societal rules than anyone else in the world can.
and imagine how much the guards got bribed. They probably only got bribed like, here's $10,000 and like, okay, and they're covered because nothing happens to
at
them.
best. Or best they'll get like like this is I feel like this isn't even far. Is it far off to believe that they can just hire people that they know aren't gonna speak? Like
It's not because remember someone had to have killed him, but it wasn't the guards because
Yeah,
the guard
it
they,
wasn't the
they couldn't
guards.
prove the guards killed him, but someone else, a third party,
Yeah.
black ops people, like
Yeah.
we're sounding like crazy people, but it's true.
They don't even
Epstein
have to
did
pay
not
them
kill
to,
himself.
Like, they don't even have to pay them to like allow them to kill him. They're just like, oh, here, take a break right now, and then we'll
Yeah.
have someone else here. Like,
Exactly, shift change or some bullshit, and they turn
Yeah.
off the cameras. Fuck it, it's done. That's
it's
it.
done. Yeah.
Not just how police turn off the cameras right before they commit a crime.
Straight up,
That easy for anything
Yeah.
else.
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, how are you gonna
just
prove
imagine
it
how
now?
Many bodies, like you understand just the number of dead bodies that are unidentified, the number of missing people, the amount of death that happens every year.
The amount of active serial killers at any given moment in the U.S. is thousands.
Yeah, thousands at any given moment. At
This is
any given
true,
moment.
Hector.
Because some of them are just so good at doing what they do that they don't get caught. Like the ones we hear about, like Ted Bundy or anything like that, are just the ones that get caught. The bad ones, the people that don't know how to do what they were doing, or that got too cocky for after doing it for a while.
Not
Like,
just that, but sometimes they'll start killing like their family members, and
Yeah.
that's or people they know. If you kill someone that you don't know, there's 0.0000001% chance you get caught.
If you go out into the street and kill like a random homeless
Homeless guy?
person,
No
it's about 80% chance, 90% chance you're not gonna get caught.
There was someone stabbing homeless people in Skid Row last year.
Yeah.
No, in 2020. I said last year. Last year was
Yeah,
2021. In 2020, there was someone going around stabbing homeless people during COVID, and they were just like, "Oh, this
No
is
one
crazy."
found out what.
And then that's it. We never heard anything else about it.
It is so easy to just murder people. It's not. It's way too easy.
As long as you don't target anyone that you're directly connected to.
Mm-hmm.
I go on a trip to Vegas. I stab a hooker there. I come back. Who's gonna know? No
one.
one's gonna know.
no one.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. But seriously, like it's just frightening
It's low-key
how
frightening.
little there is to prevent murder and death and mayhem and
'cause
things like
that's
that.
what FBI checks for, right? The connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's what they first-
That's how they caught the fucking
Do you know who this person was? Yeah. What did he do? Oh, he killed someone. Oh shit.
Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker. The only reason they caught him, the only reason they had his prints on the car. It got burned out in the sun because LAPD is incompetent. They had someone. They knew that he was going to visit a place. They left like 10 minutes too early. The only reason they caught him was because of the shoe he was wearing.
the footprint.
The shoe print. And that was,
That was
the
his
one thing connecting.
mistake. The one mistake.
Nothing else connected it. That's the
No.
thing. He would just walk into people's open houses, stab, rape, murder, kill, whatever, and then go to the next one. And that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. There was
That's it.
nothing connecting them. Nothing. Execution style shot to the guys, rape and kill the women, leave. And they were just like that. That's the only other thing that's connecting them. That the way they died until they got that shoe print, because of just how incompetent the cops are. And I mean, like I said, they're most likely still incompetent now. So chances of you getting murdered by Bezos and it not being solved or nothing being tied to you.
No. It's almost 100% chance if like a random person. It's like 90, 80, 90% chance if you get murdered by a random person. Imagine someone
Never
with
be
the
solved.
wealth of Jeff Bezos. Like his ability to get away with crimes and murder is just unparalleled. He can basically get caught for nothing and be fine, because that amount of wealth affords you just basically, like someone with like a minimum wage income can become a serial killer and not get caught for like 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Imagine someone with like billions of dollars at their disposal.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm not imagining it has happened forever. It's always been.
Of course, dude. Why do you think Epstein and all that stuff was such an issue? Because they knew several billionaires were going there and like assaulting children. And they just
newscasters knew, like
everyone
people,
was like,
you see on
this is
TV,
happening.
like frequently talk to you.
Yeah.
They knew about it.
Yeah.
It
And
was an open secret for a while.
It's like-
no one could do anything about it.
it's like Weinstein. Same shit happened
Same
with
shit
Weinstein.
happened there.
And then everyone finally decided to unite against him. But he would still, even the year before he gets in the trial, and the year before everything comes out, because like Edward said, it's an open secret at that point. With Weinstein, he was getting standing ovations. Everyone would be like, thank you, I got this Oscar. I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein. No, he's been such a good person. Blah, blah, blah. And Harvey Weinstein's there going, no.
shower me with cum
Yeah,
more.
exactly. And
Verbal cum.
and then it finally happens to him, and he's just chilling now in jail. Like, I mean, he's rotting in prison, thank God. But it's like he's
It's not even
nowhere near
bad
as powerful.
prison though. It's like the fancy prison, no?
White collar.
White collar prison.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like some of them shouldn't get that just because they're rich.
Send him to Guantanamo Bay.
Honestly,
Send him there.
Send them there.
Obama said he was going to close Guantanamo Bay. He didn't. Fine, and put it to good
Put
use.
Weinstein,
and
yeah.
send Weinstein there. Like, I don't know. It's just the dumbest shit ever.
Not literally, because Guantanamo is just like
Yeah, the torture
US
stuff.
black
and-
site.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like no,
I
but
think they call it an African
you know what
American
I
site
mean.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Y'all
Sorry.
know what I mean.
Basketball American. Okay. So,
Basketball.
point is, Epstein did not kill himself. You ever say anything bad? You ever find incriminating evidence about Bezos? Make sure you make hard copies too.
Yeah.
You make a couple of hard drives full of copies of it and flash drives, and you just start distributing the flash drives everywhere.
Start running.
Yeah.
Start running.
Run. Disconnect yourself from the internet. Go to Sweden.
Run, Barry,
Go to-
run.
Go to Norway.
You know that scene in Spider-Man Multiverse when
Spider-Man Multiverse?
No, he's
Into the Spider-Verse.
in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
When Miles makes a noise and then Kingpin saws him, Kingpin immediately killed that guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like
That's
that's
exactly-
literally Bezos. I should
That's
make that into a meme now.
Bezos.
Like,
It's
I
like
don't know.
someone reporting that he saw him kill a hooker. Bezos, kill him.
Kill him. No, like how do you call it? Like I don't know. It seems very like comic booky, very very like that. But this is the level of wealth that they
What do you
legitimately
think
have.
the comic books are basing it on?
Bezos
Yeah.
is a cartoon villain. Have
Yeah.
you guys heard his laugh? It is the most evil shit,
Just
dude.
Coming out with the.
Holy shit.
That's the real conspiracy theory. Jeff Bezos is actually Lex Luthor.
legit. He is literally.
Have you ever seen them in the same place at
There's
the same
a
time?
There's a Superman that we
Listen.
don't know about.
You want to be a chef. Maybe you want to be a dancer. I don't know what you want to do.
I'm not sure my boss is gonna like that. Last week.
Wait, actually, this is from 6 years ago. The one where he laughed recently. Oh, there it is. Evil laugh.
Obviously have grander space ambitions than going to the edge of it. Did this moment motivate you to push deeper into the cosmos?
Hell yes.
There's like his.
I feel like I've heard less convincing evil laughs on television.
There's
before.
nothing behind his eyes, dude. When you look in his eyes there, he's fucking dead behind the eyes, dude. Look at that and tell me that is a man full of life. He has no soul. Look at his
He's getting
fucking
so much
eyes.
money, just nothing.
He's like
Nothing faces. Nothing must seem real.
Christ.
Like nothing
that should be
seems
like a
real.
new addiction. That should be like a new like. Oh, you might.
He's addicted to money. This is a mental health. This is the
Intervention. You have
Yeah,
too much money.
Exactly. We're now going to tax you for it.
Like no, like really though.
1%,
Like
only 1% have that disease.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%
Dude, you have to be a megalomaniac. You have to be an egomaniac. You have to be so self-centered to become that kind of person.
yeah.
Nobody who is not that cutthroat, that self-centered, would ever gain $1 billion. If you're generous with your business, you might have a moderate to well-off business. You might have a couple $1 million in your bank, but you're never going to be a billionaire if you're
Yeah.
not like, I will destroy the next person that comes out. I will make sure that I will salt the earth and their children's balls are cut off and that nothing ever comes from them again.
I think it's just sad because the end goal is just them getting richer, nothing else.
Yeah. There's
Like,
nothing
they're
else.
not going to spend any of their money.
There's no.
They're never
bene-
going to spend
there's
their
no
money. Not
benefit.
like that.
Everyone like, and then
Once you reach $1 billion, bing, 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 you win the high score, and then we reset you to 0.
yeah, and then it's like the end goal is like literally trying to get everyone else, or like just wasting everything.
Yeah.
Everyone else's resources.
Hey, let's waste everyone's resources with all the
And-
amount of money I have, and then
you still live the same amount as a poor prat or whatever.
yeah, the average lifespan. Let's say he lives to 100. Okay, you lived 12 years less than that one time monk who had nothing.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
have you learned? Nothing.
Nothing.
And then they're gonna fuck off to Mars and leave us in a hellhole.
Yeah.
And then they start killing themselves on Mars. Shit.
Yeah,
There's only two.
Then they become the poor people because there's no
they
poor people
become
for comparison.
Yeah, and
exactly.
there's no income. How can they start a capitalist society without people? Without people.
Without capital,
Yeah, without
people are your capital.
without their
crazy.
fucking cheap workforce. How? How?
Yeah.
All right, communism. Now.
Let's bring in socialized capitalism. Let's bring in powerful labor unions. Let's bring in the old way, the classic way of life. Let's go back to the 1950s when people were, labor participation in the workforce was super high. Let's go back to that, where taxes on the rich were really high.
Oh no, I was gonna say let's go back to the time where if you didn't like what your boss was doing, if they were stiffing you, you and your team would march into
drag
them.
him out.
Let's drag him out, chop his head off. Let's
Exactly. Kill him in front of his family.
exactly.
Execution.
Yeah.
Execution style.
Straight up.
French
The
Revolution.
guillotine.
Straight, dude, I was reading an article how the income disparity between now is much larger than it was during the French Revolution.
Yeah.
So what I
And
think
during the
needs to
Gilded
happen-
Age too, like
American Revolution.
This is American Revolution 2.0.
yeah,
No,
the-
but
Revolution
the
against the
wages-
oligarchs.
Is it this
oligarchs. We should stop calling like Jeff Bezos a billionaire. We should
Call
start
him
just calling them
oligarch.
oligarchs.
Yeah, because they say Russian oligarchs and then
American oligarchs.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Straight
we should
up.
really try to like change that vocabulary. They're not billionaires anymore. They're oligarchs.
This is on my mind right now since we're talking about a revolution. But I'm not trying to put. I'm not saying it's concrete. Right? I'm not saying it's.
but it's not asphalt either.
No. This is new. This is what. This is what. This is what. This is what's been on the news, right?
I am the news Hector.
I don't know if Fox News said it right, but it's like supposedly LAPD has confirmed that there's 17 gangs actively going around tagging rich people, right? Stealing from them, following them, stalking them.
Yeah,
17,
that's
right?
insane.
That's
That's
insane.
Is it Robin Hood all over again?
It better be.
No, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, how accurate is that information? Now, I'm only questioning the information because, because
Well-
they always try to say, oh, the minorities are starting to do something. Or
Yeah.
Or people are just are attacking innocents.
Yeah.
Right? They're just saying. But I'm right. That's why I'm afraid of right now. I'm like, what if these people?
Then turn on us.
Yeah. No, that's not what my concern is.
What's your concern?
My concern is they're just trying to what's it called?
Oh, fake justification for like over policing, but they already do that.
That right? They're like, oh, we don't want to have enough police to stop these gangs, or
Mhm.
something
Yeah.
like that, right?
We need more funding.
Yeah. Or like, oh, see, this is what happens when you let people have too much power. They're just
Yeah.
committing crime. Like,
Or it's like, this is what poor people are doing. It's like, no, these aren't poor people. These are gangs that are completely separate. Like but they're lumping them together.
yeah.
Well,
they're
also
lumping
the thing is that-
exactly. And because I was watching the videos they're posting, I'm like, didn't that happen like a month ago, or didn't that happen 2 months ago? Are they actually connected? That's what my concern is. How accurate is the information?
Yeah.
Right.
The,
Are
the,
these-
the
are these-
issue is that there's like multiple different ways this could go, simply because A, the police is incompetent most of the time, and B, they have a vested interest in there being a lot of crime going on.
and that's why I'm worried because
So, like,
it could go very
either way.
bad,
Mhm.
or it could go really good, right?
Where you get reform.
There's only like one way it could go very good. That's if like
because they
they're
only
correct about
they
the
only
gangs.
showcase like black people.
Yeah.
They're only showing, oh, this is what they're doing. These are the people who are committing the crime. They're obviously, again, right, the same fucking propaganda all the time.
Yeah.
The minorities are always the top percent committing crime. I'm like, well, how? Like, I always tell them, well, what is the percentage of the policemen? White, right? What is the majority of the policemen? White. So
Not just that.
Who makes the report? White people.
Instead of comparing like statistics, you should just compare charges. Once you compare charges, you see it's a completely different justice system. Because like white guy with possession of marijuana, oh, it's fine. Let's not ruin his future. Black guy in possession of marijuana, or even just they think he has marijuana, in jail or probation or like something way
Where
harder.
it would affect his job
And
prospects.
I hate the system. Like, oh, are you related to this criminal, or do you have a hit? Like, do you have some? Like, they have stupid connections. Like, oh, you might commit a crime.
Yeah.
And then they barge into your house, and then
And that's why you can't free Amit. See? Thank you, Hector. Hector
Exactly.
agrees with us now. Hector's
Yes,
on Team Edward.
Perfect.
I'm
Team
on-
Edward. Everyone is on Team Edward now.
I'm on Team
This is
Jacob.
my.
Team Jacob for life, everybody. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Everyone's
I'll
on
jump
my
off the-
team now.
Exactly. But yeah, I got you.
In the end, only Edward remains.
Edward always remains. He was
Exactly.
he's not 24. He is not 24. He's forever.
He merely appears to us as a 24-year-old, so as to not
We had to comprehend. We had to
so as to not
his-
burn out our retinas in his true form.
to comprehend his image.
Exactly.
Have you seen that movie? The movie called Soul, right? From Disney. Soul.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, I've seen
It's
that
like,
one.
it's like my name, like the all being. Like, oh, it's like, why do you guys look like that? Oh, we all look like this because we had to be like this form so your little minds could comprehend. Like, but because there's two settings in that movie, right? When the guy dies,
Mhm.
when the guy dies, there's the great beyond, but there's also the great before.
So he can reincarnate?
No, because so you didn't see the movie.
I don't know.
So the great before, the reason, because everyone's born with a personality,
Yeah.
right? They have no.
So Ted Bundy was born like that? Is that what they're telling us? Wow. Get your shit together, Pixar.
God damn it.
Like, but not
Yeah.
not a personality, not the personality where like they're obviously racism. You cannot be born racism.
You
And
know that?
that's not a personality. That's more like a bad habit.
Have you seen the South? And then?
But they're like everyone's born a personality. But
What is this, phrenology?
What makes them get born or transferred to the earth is a desire, like a goal. Like what is their spark? Like,
Oh my
what
God, Hitler's spark was exterminating 6 million Jews.
Like,
Jesus
yeah, 'cause
Christ.
they're even like, is this guy's gonna be like? There's dictators, but then like, your spark is soccer, like talent, right? You get born into life with talent. That was the premise of Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a personality.
So you're saying I'm a talentless piece of shit because I haven't done
No.
anything with my life and I'm 24 and there's 13-year-old little kids on YouTube going, look at these toys I opened and they're making millions of dollars. Hustle. Is that what I have?
Is this what's going on? Do I have to shove peanut butter in my ear for me to?
That's just
In
lack
my
of
ass.
concept. That's just a lack of. Everyone's going for some stupid shit, like a little kid overreacting, right? Like,
You know
oh,
when
Yeah.
the last slave was freed here in America?
Nope.
World War II, at the right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
All right, so why?
What does that do with this?
That's-
I don't know. It just came to my head because you were talking about like over policing and shit.
Edward's facts.
Edward's talent is being random as fuck. Right?
That's not a talent. That's ADHD.
I mean, it's his personality.
ADHD is a personality. So you're saying soul cursed people with ADHD?
Justify.
No, but like
Justified.
specific, like you're
Yeah.
obviously into comedy. You always want to be funny.
So that's why you're funny looking.
just destroy. You just see. There's this.
Destroyed plus L plus ratio.
L plus ratio.
No, but you know what I'm trying to say.
You're not funny plus L plus ratio.
No, but I'm just.
Yeah.
Like, you have.
I get what the movie's saying. Yes.
Yeah. And then a great beyond is just reincarnation. But
Oh,
if you
okay.
get chosen by the people who are beyond, like uncomparable.
By Jesus Christ himself.
You become a mentor.
Christ on a
That's
cracker.
when your soul gets sent to the great before to teach the little kids to see what their spark is.
So that's why the Alexander pretty decent
So
was there.
who taught Hitler? I'm just
Probably
getting
Alexander the pretty decent.
Who's
No,
that?
but the
Hey, he wasn't great. It was pretty decent though.
no, but they can't.
Because he is a mentor there. Yeah,
No,
like-
but the mentors can't really push their own lives into the new ones.
Wait, that's all they did with
No,
with
no.
11.
No, they can't. No, because
Oh, because you know the rules, Hector.
You know the specific
They
rules
can't.
outlined in the doctrine of soul.
How much soul lore are you into?
What was that girl's name?
Can't hear you.
11.
11. You see how she didn't.
Right.
She didn't have any interest in anything.
Yeah.
Right. Remember, it's up to the new soul to pick out what she likes. Or
True.
them.
True.
He or her. He, whatever. So
He, him, they, them,
remember,
zig, zer.
he's into music.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get her. He couldn't convince her to be into music.
Hey, that's me.
So that's because Hitler, even if he,
They tried to convince Hitler into art, but they fucked up. Oh man.
So that's why he failed out of art school.
Maybe not. Maybe he got convinced.
He didn't do a good enough
into
job.
art.
They didn't do it.
The,
The mentor watching the 6 million people dying. Fuck! I hope this doesn't come up in my annual review.
Shit.
The
Hope they don't dock my pay.
Yeah, this kid is pretty spooky. He's pretty violent, but he likes art. I think he was straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where should we put him? Put him in Germany, in Austria. He wasn't even German. He was Austrian. Put him in Austria, 19 or 18, whatever year he's born in.
What year is it? 18? That's a fine time.
Yeah, that's fine. The steam engine just came by. It's a world of prosperity, and then they're like, "So, did you check on your little guy?" No.
No.
Did you check in on him? Yeah.
But yeah, you can't force someone what you like.
Yeah.
So,
They try to find their predilection beforehand in order to choose their talent,
yeah,
basically.
their spark, not their talent.
Their spark.
Their desire to.
The all spark.
Their desire to live.
Autobots roll out.
Remember, there's souls that lose the desire to live. Like, remember when they showed the guy who was doing
Hung himself.
No, he
Hung himself
he
live on TV.
Because there's also a place where like it's not purgatory, but it's a place where souls get lost.
Mm.
Right? They're always depressed. They lose the will to live.
Mm-hmm.
And they show that guy who was in Wall Street,
Uh-huh.
who was like just kept on crunching numbers. And then they clean him up, and he's like, "Fuck this!" And then in the real world,
He says, "Fuck this" in a Pixar movie. Damn, Hector.
he's like, he
"Fuck
starts
this
smashing.
shit."
He starts smashing the computers. Hey guys, we don't want to keep making money for these rich people. And then he found his spark again, like reason to live.
He is Jeff
So the
Bezos.
reason to not suicide himself.
Yeah,
not unalive himself.
because in the movie it was implied like there's some people just that don't get out of that hole, and then
and they do
go
it
to
all.
that meeting. Mm.
that's what he said. No, that's what the crazy.
Can't hear.
They fall down the sewer.
He
That's
was
what happened.
He was basically God because the homeless guy, remember the homeless guy that was able to go in between everywhere from the living to the dead into the great beyond. You remember the crazy guy that had your hair?
It was actually Edward in the movie.
That guy,
That's like I don't remember
that guy was
anyone
the
being
most- In my
there.
opinion, that guy was the most OP character. Like he was basically God because he was alive and dead and not dead at the same. Like he was like.
I can't wait for Super Smash Bros. Pixar and choose him as my character.
Honestly, dude, they're putting in Smite. They're putting the Jade Emperor in there. So we're now one step closer to getting Jesus Christ himself in there. No, really, like.
By God, here
watch
comes
it, but
Jesus
watch it.
Christ with the
What-
steel chair.
I recommend that movie because just like Encanto, it's just short.
It's
Yeah.
short.
And it's
All the
it's what?
All the
Encanto's the
latest
longest
Pixar
one.
ones are like fucking great.
Encanto. How long?
Have
Encanto
y'all
is the
seen Red?
longest. No, Encanto is the longest Disney movie animated one in I think so far because it's like an hour and 40, and usually they're only like an hour and
It
20,
was
an hour and 30.
40? I thought it was shorter.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's the
it
thing.
felt shorter.
Exactly
Because it was good.
exactly, but also because kids aren't gonna have such a long attention span. So you try to show them like Dune, 3 hours long of.
Or the Avengers movie, which was like 2 hours. And
Yeah, exactly. Well, I feel like Avengers they'll be a
2
little
hours.
more.
No, I feel like 2
Avengers-
hours. 2
remember-
hours is like about
remember,
the attention.
Avengers
span.
movie is the perfect movie because you
That's
can
about
just keep
my
rewatching
attention
it
span.
and watching it. And
Yeah,
never
fair,
get
you
bored
are.
of it.
Yeah, but that's why that like you think they're getting longer and longer, but they've always been short. They've always been like an hour and 30 or less.
Yeah, but Soul I think is for sure like an hour 15 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like an hour.
It was
15.
really short.
maybe because it was really good. Yeah.
It was good. It's good, dude.
It's good, so it felt like it lasted forever.
Yeah. There's no. I mean like.
How long is Soul the movie?
An hour and 40. Get moded.
Really? It did
Yeah,
not feel
see?
that. So then it was a good movie. It didn't feel that long. I watched it.
2020 America. Oh, it came out in 2020.
Yeah, see, isn't that crazy? Because it was Soul and then Luca and then Encanto. Oh no, Raya and the Last Dragon also was
also a
Disney.
good movie.
Yeah, but that one was shit if I remember correctly.
Raya came out in 2021, and then the Pixar one was Luca.
Wait, no, I'm thinking about
Encanto is an hour and 49, so it's almost 2 hours. So that one, yeah, that's the longest. That's literally the longest Disney movie in a while.
I feel an hour.
Disney animated. Turning Red's an hour and 40. Luca an hour and 35. Coco an hour and 45. Moana 143.
Turning Red's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie.
I saw like
Although all the conservatives are complaining, saying that it sexualizes middle schoolers.
And it's like, no, you took it as sexualized middle schoolers because she had a period. What's sexual about that?
Yeah.
Like,
It just
obviously,
literally just happens
little
to
kids can be
teenagers.
cringy, and it like.
I mean, happens to it just happens.
No. But
It's
one
weird.
thing I saw was like, oh, she starts twerking at her mother in a sexual manner. It's like, she's twerking because she's trying to be like, hey, you guys don't like this, and you have to accept that this is who I am, and like she's being ridiculous over the top. Which, as a kid, you're gonna understand that.
attention.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going like, yes, she wants to sexually arouse her mother. That's not what's happening. Conservatives are weird.
Conservatives are weird.
And then conservatives are the ones that are having cocaine orgies, lowering the age of consent, trying to get child brides in Tennessee. It's fucked.
They only
dude.
have like one
It's
state.
fucked.
They're like, we can't do it anywhere else, bro. So we're gonna focus on Tennessee, Florida.
No, Tennessee, Florida, Mississippi,
Georgia.
Kentucky. I don't know about Georgia. Texas, obviously Texas with the abortion. Oklahoma. There's so many Republican states, dude.
Yeah.
Stop being
Weirdos.
a West Coast West Coast elitist, Hector. You live in California. That means you're an elitist. And you're like, no, I'm a beaner.
We should just branch off, like, become our own.
That's Texas was like, if we branch off, we'll be like a large version of GDP. And it's like, if you branch off,
You're
people
just
are gonna
dead.
freeze.
Yeah.
freeze and die of heat stroke. Like that's all that's gonna happen.
You're gonna need instant United States like UNA.
Yeah. They're like, you guys shouldn't help Puerto Rico, but please help us. We're a sovereign state.
Yeah, I feel bad for Puerto Rico. Literally,
it's
like
fucked up.
every
They want to
video-
be a state. Also, Guam,
Guam too.
everyone
part of the U.S.
I know, but they don't treat them like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's some dumb shit. When I worked at the bank, it was like Puerto Rico is technically international spending. It's like, why is Puerto Rico international spending? Puerto Rico is the U.S.
Yeah.
If you're born in Puerto Rico, you are an
You-
American citizen. This is America, you dumb son of a bitch. Yeah, but they're like, no, they speak Beaner over there, so no.
Yeah,
They speak Mexican.
Like, it's like everyone, I seen all the documentaries. They're like, yeah, they just leave us alone. They don't help us at all. And like,
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
It's like you wouldn't do that to like
With the hurricanes,
Oklahoma or
the
whatever, yeah.
hurricanes, tsunami, whatever. I mean, after whatever happens
natural
there,
disasters.
natural disasters that happen there,
Yeah.
they just don't support. Oh, it's because not technically. I'm like, what do you mean it's not technically? It's
It's a-
literally part of
Yeah,
the U.S.
it's not a U.S. state, so therefore there's different procedures for a U.S. territory, so it's international. And it's like, no, it's not.
It's like-
It's messed
There's
up.
more paperwork to just kill
Bureaucracy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Neoliberalism.
Can we just nuke Japan again? I just
For
like to
no
throw that into
reason.
the ring. Yeah,
They
just throw
left
it.
us alone for all that time,
Yeah.
like, because we gave them capital.
Japanese people are surprisingly xenophobic.
No,
crazy.
nuclear winter now, please and thank you.
Honestly, it's too hot. Nuclear winter. Let's
Yeah,
just
nuclear
It's
winter.
cold every day.
let's just
every
nuke
time of
Russia.
Yeah.
Let's just
Nuke Russia.
drag.
Let's end it. Reset.
Let's give the old Gaddafi treatment to Putin, where he's taken out, beaten up, and pissed on. No, that's Mussolini. Let's give him the old Mussolini treatment.
I was like, didn't Gaddafi get like his balls cut off?
Yeah, him too. He also got killed in the streets.
But I remember. Someone was reporting that like Putin allegedly
see.
watches like a video of Gaddafi.
Oh,
getting,
yeah, every day.
Yeah, every fucking night. Like he watches that shit. Like fuck.
That could happen to me.
Let me see. Oh yeah, where he got stabbed and beaten. Holy shit!
We can't
look
show
at
that. We can't show that.
No, we can't show that. Look at that. Holy, he got beaten, stabbed, shot. Holy shit! That is wild. He doesn't even look like.
He doesn't
It's
look
funny.
himself anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you search up Gaddafi, they show you like when he was like in his fucking.
Prime.
Yeah, literally. He look at that.
Jesus
Look at that jawline.
Jesus.
Put that guy on. Throw that out there on this. Put that guy on Tinder. He'll be smashing pussy. Look at that fucking. Look at the smile on that man. Award-winning smile right there. Perfect teeth. He
10
has
out of
perfect
10.
teeth. Let me download that. Save that for later.
My own
Seriously.
personal use.
Exactly. And then when they kill him, it's obviously not going to show
Yeah.
it. But you can just search Gaddafi death.
Power to people.
He was 6 feet, so
Yeah,
he was
you
just
tell-
the cutoff.
You tell anyone this is what you could do. You said before, after.
Exactly.
Before, after turn.
This is a call to all Russians who do not like Putin. This is what you should do.
This is this could be
Gaddafi
you.
him. Exactly.
Just organize-
Remove your
organize-
dictators today.
Organize.
Well,
Sneak in.
Each of us will marry you and sponsor you for a green card if you do that. That is a promise.
Basically, you want to live? You guys want to live?
Exactly.
Everyone wants to cut. Yeah, that's like
I mean,
Russia.
U.S. is
Yeah,
with all the problems, it is still way
Yeah, it is still
way
currently the
better.
best,
still
s-
room for improvement.
thing.
Yeah,
Remember,
room for
Always say
improvement.
that after.
but it could be better.
Could be better.
But it could, it's good.
It's currently
but it could be
it's
better.
It's currently good. Let's make it better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is good.
But it could be
But it
better.
could be better. Yeah. Remember that.
No. You're thinking of a different one, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Wonder Woman one, where he's like, "It's good, life's good, but it could be better." Where it's Mandalorian actor Pedro Pascal. But the one you're thinking of is like, "I like this." No, this is brilliant, but I like this. That's the
No,
top,
that's
the top gear.
That's the
Top Gear.
No, I'm not talking about that one.
Which one are you talking about? You're talking about the Wonder Woman one?
The guy was like this, and he goes like that.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that one?
That's the only two memes I can think of.
I'm too high for this.
That's
what
a good idea.
Fuck?
But you should do like he goes like that.
I think it
actually
was
don't
that
know
could be
what-
better.
I did not know what movie that comes from, but or show whatever.
Yeah, all right. Don't know your references. All right, Brooks
I
will fight.
don't know reference. That's why I'm a horrible memer.
Kicking Hector out.
Hungry.
I'm unqualified to be on this podcast.
Unqualified.
That's what broke till Friday.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.